I really don't know if I'm going to be posting this video, but welcome to explaining about my breast explant, how it goes. I'm going to take you into the hospital with me. As I said, I don't know if I'm going to post it because if I'm being honest, I know I'm going to feel like crap for a week, right? And where I'm going to be in pain, in bed, I don't know if I'm going to want to pick up a camera, to be honest, but I'll start the video, I'll video bits and bobs, and if I don't want to continue it, I'm just not going to do that. But I hope that I feel up to it because I do feel like it will be a good thing to vlog, and I know you guys want me to vlog it, but I've just not wanted to put pressure on myself to vlog it, if that makes sense. So yeah, if I feel up to it, I will. If I don't, I'm not gonna. So I will obviously talk to you about it anyway afterwards, but I just didn't know whether I wanted to vlog the experience. So say goodbye to these tartars. Because in the morning, they're going. 6 a.m. I'm getting there, fasted. Get them out of me. I can't train for 4 weeks. They're saying 4 to 5 weeks, right? But I'm going to start doing low impact at 4 weeks. And it's because I'm having such a big capsulectomy. I'm having capsulectomy on both sides. And it's not just a simple take them out procedure. Bit annoying, but this boob's basically got, like one of them's got a straight line at the end of it. Like my boob's like this. I've just had so many issues with these boobs, honestly. Like, they're just causing me so many issues. This bit's capsulated here, this bit's capsulated here. Like, I've got to have double capsulectomy on both sides. And it's going to be painful, and it's a bit more complicated than a normal boob job. Boob explant. I don't know about this. They said they don't know, but I've seen everyone on Instagram and TikTok having drones hanging out their boobs. I actually had drains on my second and third boob job, not on my first. Yeah, I've had 3 boob jobs. I'll actually explain a little bit more at the end of the video why I've ended up having 3 boob jobs, because I've not gone bigger every time. It's just I've ended up having 3, and I'm 28, and I absolutely hate them, and I've always hated them. Well, I've not hated them. They did make me more confident when I needed to be a bit more confident, but now I just want them out. Like, I've wanted them out for a while, and I've finally made the decision to get them out. So, yeah, that's happening. I've got to take all these bloody earrings out. I'm going to bring you with me in a minute. I'm going to take all my earrings out. I'm going to do a hair wash because I can't wash your hair for a week. Well, you can, but you can't. I think it's 5 days or 6 days you can't have a shower when you have stitches. It's going to feel disgusting. I know it was like 5 or 7 days when I had them in. And I think it's the same when you have them out because you can get the stitches infected or something. You can't get it wet. I don't know. It's going to be disgusting. I've got a B-day here though, which is great.
So I've literally been up pretty much all night tossing and turning, obviously overthinking everything. So I'm up early. I've got ready. I've got my trackies on. I've got my bag ready. I'm just doing my LED. I'm probably not going to do this for a couple of days. So I'm going to do my LED and then I'm going to head there. So this is the soap sponge and my lovely knickers. Hi guys, just checking in on my new boobies. I've probably got crumbs all over me. I woke up like 2 hours ago from the operation, but I was like, oh, you know. But now I'm fully awake, I'm fine. My chest is tight. My scars are burning. Not gonna lie, but I'll be fine. I'll live to tell the tale. They fed me some rancid food. So I just said, please, give me chicken and rice with the driest chicken. I've just been asleep for like a certain amount of time. I've got the driest mouth. I don't need to be eating your dry, grassy chicken. So I had an even dry bit of toast. But my mum's coming now, and I'm going to get her to get me a tea. Because I've been dying for one since 6 a.m. Thought I'd update you. I've had toast, muffin, M&Ms. But the food here is really bad. I tried to eat the chicken earlier. Like they give you chicken and rice stuff. It's vile. So I've ordered a jack of potatoes. It's got a lot of cheese on it though. Back home. Got my flowers. Got my chocolates. Got my maid.
A medication.
I feel great, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You're good.
I've woke up today and I've chose violence. So I've basically tinted my eyebrows, got an eye mask on, and I've also got a salicylic patch on. I've washed my armpits in the sink because that's what I'm allowed to do right now. I can't have a shower. And I've also obviously washed my arms. I put body cream on my legs, body cream on my arms. I'm just trying to make myself feel a little bit better. To help me go to the toilet, and obviously just for digestion, high protein for recovery, put a whole pot of this, apples which I've warmed up with pears, cinnamon which is good for anti-inflammatory, chia seeds, and then I've got 3 dates here which I've microwaved and added some milk to make like a date paste. And that is my sticky toffee yogurt bowl. Unreal. Okay, so it's now Sunday, so it's been 3 days since my op. My doctor said like as soon as I feel up to it after a couple of days, just go on like a 10-20 minute walk because it helps with circulation. You sit down for too long, like it's not good. Obviously not a fast walk, I'm walking so slow, simply because my chest just feels so tight. Not like tight, like it just feels like obviously my scars, I think it's because they've probably been opened like 4 times now. But yeah, so taking it really slow and easy. But honestly, like I feel so good. I can't even tell you how good I feel. Like I thought I really was going to feel like a bag of shit, but it feels so good. Woke up feeling a lot better today. Going to my checkup. But yeah, feeling a lot better. I'm just doing my hair care. I'm literally, I can't, I'm so happy. Like, oh, like I don't even know what to say because I feel like I'm just gonna cry, which might sound silly, but I'm so happy. I'm so glad that I've done it. And like, I've just had my first shower and I'm over the moon with the results. I'm still like quite swollen because he done like a massive capsulectomy. I don't know whether I'd be able to put pictures of the implants on here and the capsule that he removed because it's quite graphic. But they was basically really leaking and there was a lot of capsule that he had to take out, like a lot. So I'm a little bit swollen, but I'm just so over the moon with what they look like, and it's different to when you have your boobs in. You can do all sorts, right? Obviously, I can't get my heart rate up and stuff, but for like at least 4 weeks, because it's still an operation. You still got stitches and stuff like that, but I went on a walk today, and I'm allowed to start walking now, and I think I'm allowed to do like he said, like get sweaty cardio after a couple of weeks, but no impact on the boobs. So yeah, but I'm honestly so happy. Like I could cry. I'm so ecstatic. I wish I could show you my boobs. I wish I could flash it. This is what I've got to put up with. She's rubbing lemons on her arm. You look really nice there. Why are you doing that?
To get rid of my brown spots, apparently.
I didn't tell her this.
Oh, Google it.
It's dripping everywhere. I am so bloated right now. It's actually hell. Anyway, I know these are really random little updates that I'm giving you, but I'm just so bloated. I've still not been to the toilet in like 6 days. I am now 6 days post Explant. I wasn't gonna talk about it until like maybe next week when I'm feeling more like myself. I am feeling a lot more like myself, but like I've still got this bra on, like I've not had my stitches taken out yet. So I'm going to do a full sit down talk, but I thought I'd just update you because it's 6 days and honestly I feel great. Like I'm loving the new tartars. Like I'm probably a small B. I've been looking at bras to buy and I've been looking at Pepper Mayo because they it's not called Pepper Mayo, sorry, it's just Pepper. It's a bra company and they basically do AA to B cups and they're designed for small boobs. So I've ordered a few of those to try on because I'm pretty sure that I'm a small B. So I'm obviously, because I was an A cup when I was really skinny and I had my boobs done, so I knew I'd have a bit more fat there. All the surgeons told me that I'm going to be a bit bigger than I think. But I just wanted to come and like obviously speak to you guys about a few main questions that you guys have been asking me, but I don't really know how to answer them all, to be honest, because I don't really want to answer because everyone's so different. Like what I see online and then when I went to go speak to surgeons and when I went to get advice is completely different because my boobs are not your boobs. So a lot of people are asking me the questions on Instagram like, oh, what do you think? And I'm like, I'm not going to reply to that. That's not me being rude, but like, I don't want to give ill advice or I don't want to tell you something then you go and get a consultation and you pay for a consultation and they tell you something else. Do you know what I mean? So I just don't really think that's fair for me to have to well, not even have to, but like
because I feel bad when I don't reply to people's messages, right? But I just think it's not really my place. But I can just speak about my experience. And I went to 3 different consultations. I actually had 6 booked, but I ended up cancelling after, like, they was for the next week, cancelling after the first 3 because on my second consultation I knew I wanted to go with this guy. And again, I'm not going to mention my surgeon because I've mentioned this on TikTok, but it's not me gatekeeping or anything like that. He is really good, my surgeon, but I feel like you need to do your own research. And I'm saying that simply because when I had my first boob job and then I had to have that corrected, I was botched. And I was botched by a really highly rated surgeon that I basically got recommendations from other people on TikTok, not TikTok, sorry, it was years ago, Instagram, YouTube, like tags and stuff like that. And they do a lot of like work with influencers and stuff. I'm not, I don't want to, because just because I've had a good experience doesn't mean you're going to have a good experience. And how I found out the surgeons that I went and researched was by researching myself. Go on Real Self, go on all the big networks. You can see all of a surgeon's reviews. You can see their work. You can normally find out through word of mouth of your friends and your family. I would trust my friends and family, but from what happened to me the first time around, I wouldn't trust recommendations online. I just wouldn't. And I just feel quite strongly about it because I was quite badly botched. And I know that I was botched because I looked, before I had this surgery done, I looked back on pictures and I actually cried because the first guy, basically, I think I was just an in and out job because he just put an implant in me anywhere and they was really wide outside of my breast pocket. He didn't even take into consideration my anatomy or anything like that. And as I say, like, he's really highly recommended still to this day. And it makes me really sad, to be honest, and then he done it again and he just advised me to go bigger. And then he wanted me to go bigger. And my implants were already huge. And then the guy that done my revision, who was amazing, he basically reopened my breast pocket, got them closer together, give me like the boobs that I've had for the last couple of years. And I didn't think they looked bad, my boobs, at all. Like, they look really good. He done a lot of work to get me to where they was. But I didn't want them in me anymore. They was too big for my body, probably my fault. I still didn't want to go too small. Because I had like this weird like self-loathing of my body still when I had those revised, and I just hated them. And you know what, I felt there was something wrong because I was getting all these symptoms like mucus build up in my mouth, really finding it hard to breathe through my nose, digestive issues. I constantly felt like I had a weight on my chest. I didn't like how they felt when I was exercising, and they just, like, my right boob, for example, had like a straight line here. And also I could feel something wrong here. My boobs are so swollen, I can just tender still. And like around here, it just feels like, ugh. But anyway, I'm not taking any meds or anything at the minute, no painkillers. And I could feel something here and it just didn't feel right. And I had an ultrasound the week before 2 weeks before I had the surgery, and everything was apparently okay. But when the surgeon come out, I don't think I'm going to be able to put this picture on the screen. Maybe I'll show you on my phone and maybe it won't get like... But this is obviously a picture of an implant, guys. So if you don't want to see that, then just scroll past this. I won't show like anything too bloody. I'll just show the corner. But that was what my implant looked like. Can you see that? It had basically burst. And it was leaking into me. So that was that boob. And then the other boob basically was intact. It... kind of, anyway, hang on. The other boob was intact, but it looked like it could start breaking because this started happening to the implant. Can you see that? So yeah, that started happening to the implant. I mean, I wish I could show you the capsule. Is it the capsule that is removed? It looks like liver. It looks like chopped liver. It looks awful. Honestly, it's tragic. But yeah, that boob basically just rotated, which is still bad, but it's not as bad as the other boob, obviously. And I just knew that I needed to get them out. I knew something wasn't right. So now I'm obviously really glad that I did. I've obviously now got to have 6 weeks of it's 4 weeks no impact. So I'm going to start low impact after 4 weeks, and then it's 6 weeks I can start doing impact and overhead movements, which doesn't make sense to me because, like, I can go spinning after 2 weeks. I can go on a spin bike. I can do incline walking, and I can play tennis after 4 weeks. I can't do a burpee. But I'm going to film a low impact challenge anyway, which will be quite good. After the 4 weeks. But I've just been walking, so I'm allowed to start walking. I just can't get my heart rate up basically for 2 weeks. So I only started walking on Sunday. So I was up and walking 4 days after my op. The doctors told me, do it. Like walk whenever you can. Don't do long ones. We just went on a 30-minute walk on Sunday. And now I've started doing an hour walk in the morning and like a 45-minute walk in the afternoon. So I've been doing like 16,000 steps. It's quite good. 15,000 steps. And I've just been really on it with my diet, to be honest. Really eating high fibre, high protein foods. Having a little chocolate every now and then. Because I've been ill, but I've been really focusing on getting my protein in, getting my fibre in, not under eating, and drinking a ton of water. So that is my 6-day update, but I'm going to do a full chat at the end.
It's just really impossible to dress nicely with this bra on. Because everything just looks like, I don't know, like I'm like, I'm like breastfeeding or I don't know. You know what, I thought, good time to add to the YouTube video now actually. I'm doing a boob YouTube. So, how many days is it now? Since 11? Yes. 11 days, obviously I'm fine. We have done so far 10 kilometres on this walk today. Mum's been smashing it, so you've done a big long walk with me every morning, 2 hours, and then she's been in the gym doing like a 30-minute arms mainly, and then, what was that? And then sometimes go out for a walk in the afternoon. Nick's been coming on the walk as well, doing push-ups, but yeah. I think I started, obviously didn't do like 2 hour walks straight away, done like, 40 minutes from day 3 to day 6 maybe, and then done like an hour, and then done like an hour and a half, and the last like 4 days I've been doing 2 hours anyway, because obviously it's anything I can do, but yeah, loved it, been absolutely loving it, but I've never done this full walk before. We've run down here before, but we're just walking down the boardwalk thing, so yeah, on Wednesday I'm going into my doctor and he'll tell me whether I can start doing like spin a couple of times a week. I hate spin, I hate it, I absolutely despise it, but if it means I can do a bit of something different, then I'll do it up. So I do feel like I just want to train, I'm not gonna lie. 2 weeks of, it just makes me feel good, makes me feel a lot better about myself. So if I can start doing spin, then I will, twice a week or 3 times a week, something like that. And then I can just go back to normal, low impact stuff from 4 weeks. So it's only 2 weeks away, really, 2 and a bit weeks. Nathan's coming on Friday, just for 3 days to see me. So obviously I can't fly because, well, I can fly, but I'm not flying because when you've had any surgery, like, I just think you're at a risk of getting like blood clots and stuff, so just not worth it. So he's coming to see me. What we're doing today, I'm working. And then Mum is leaving tomorrow.
It does feel a little bit weird to be filming the second half of this in my gym, but I've just filmed some content for the app and the lighting is so much better. So I thought I'd do the final part of this video. As you can see, I went to see my doctor today, so I am 2 weeks post-op and I'm allowed to exercise from today. So I'm gonna go and do Alex's Pilates now. I can't do any overhead weights. That's all I can't do, or get my heart rate up super high. So I'm gonna wait until next week to film for the app because I don't wanna film a crappy session, you know? I wanna be confident that I can do whatever I want. But I am gonna be filming a 4-week low impact full body challenge for the app. But yeah, just to wrap it up here, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why I had it done. I have had 3 boob jobs before this. I've clearly never been happy with the results. I had my first boob job when I was 18 years old and I had it with, I'm not going to discuss that actually because he botched me, and lots of people talk about it. I'm not going to discuss any surgeons because of that exact reason. And also, since I've been talking about this, loads of people have been coming to me going, is it him? He botched me too. I don't want that, right? And I don't want to be the person who recommends someone and then they're not happy because someone recommended me this guy, you know, it can happen. Anyway, when I was 18, I really did not like my chest, right? But you've also got to remember I was 45 kilos and had an eating disorder. So I didn't have much anything there, let alone boobies, you know? But I had 300cc under the muscle teardrop implants. I don't know what he done to me, but I've looked back at pictures now and I was botched from the get-go. That is, I believe, why I never liked the look, because he put the implants so wide and opened. Basically, if you've got a wide chest, you can open your breast pocket. But you could see he literally put them so wide out, and they, like, for example, when I used to do like a lat pull on a pull down machine or on a cable machine, my tits would be in the way. And yeah, anyway, they capsulated, which I see it as a massive plus at the time because it meant I could go back and get them revised from this company without having to pay. They was like 5.5K because this was when I was 18, so it was 10 years ago, right? And they redone them. But the surgeon then recommended to get my boobs closer together without such a gap and sit so wide, I go bigger. And he told me to do 575cc, teardrop under the muscle. And that's the only way I was ever going to get any cleavage. I never got that cleavage. They just sat even wider. And put it this way, they were so uncomfortable. And I was seeing someone years and years ago, they made a remark about they sat really wide. Obviously, that's a really nasty thing to say. But looking back now, and I've looked at the pictures, they did. Obviously, you should never say that to someone. It's actually disgusting that they said that to me. And I would never tolerate that now. But, you know, like as a 20-year-old girl, you just don't really think like that, you know? But I kept those ones for a while, right? Because my exact thinking was, I can't be 22, 23 years old and have 3 boob jobs. But they was awful. And look, I don't think big boobs are awful in the slightest. I think big boobs are very nice, yeah? But these were just not right. They looked botched. So then I went to someone else. This was around 8,500. This was also when I was 24 years old. Maybe 23 and a half, I think. 23 and a half, because it was before lockdown. And 23 and a half, I had them revised. And I wish, look, I should have went smaller, but it was a big... Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, that second surgeon then said, if you're not happy with them still, and you still aren't happy how far away they sit, let's put 700cc in you. True words. Also, I'm going to put a picture in because my friend come to see me in the hospital when I had those big implants taken out of how big these implants were. They was ginormous. Anyway, so yeah, he said that. Obviously, that was like alarm bells, like what the hell was going on here. Went to a new surgeon. He said, yeah, he's not opened any breast pocket. He's put them super wide. Your scars are in a terrible way. Oh, God. Matt fell down. The new surgeon was really good. I'm not going to lie. He opened me a new breast pocket. He got them closer together. They looked more natural. They wasn't sticking out at the side. And my scar was clean because he took the scar away. There was 425cc. Why did I not just get like a 200cc implant? I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know. I just don't know. And I've been happy with them for a few years, probably until I was about 26 when I started hating them. So I've not liked my boobs for the last 2 years. They started moving. I could feel they was moving. This one had like a slant, like a straight line here. This one I could feel like clenching. I always felt congested, bunged up, always had like chronic inflammation. And I knew that because I've been told that before. And there was no reason for me to have that. I always had extreme back pain on my upper back. I've always gone for a massage 2 times a week sometimes, and I'd still get this extreme back pain. I mobilise, I stretch, I foam roll, I ice bath. I shouldn't have it, you know. Can I just say I've not had any back pain since I've had them taken out. There was just so many things that, and I was having extremely bad trapped wind and gut issues, which I've never had before in my life. Acid reflux, which I've never had before. And it's just crazy because 2 weeks post-op, I don't have any of them symptoms. None. And do you know what? I am just over the moon. So I had them removed, simple as it comes. I didn't have anything put back in, and I'm not going to have anything put back in. The main concerns was obviously saggy skin, loose skin, saggy boobs. But I was pretty confident that wasn't going to happen because I actually had 5 appointments booked in. I went to see 3 surgeons, and all of them like pinched my skin, measured my skin, looked at other areas of my body, looked at how my skin healed from scars and stuff. And they all said, I don't think you're going to have saggy skin. I'm pretty confident you're not. You're going to be smaller, which is what I wanted. Inspo was Kendall Jenner boobs. But, you know, just like perky, small, to suit my athletic build. And they all said, you're going to get that and you're not going to be that saggy because of your skin texture. And also because I've had 3 boob jobs and I didn't have a single stretch mark on my boobs or anything like that. And they was pretty confident that I was going to be happy. So that was that. Here we are today. And do you know what? I couldn't be happier. Honestly, like, I'm not going to get upset again because I'm not naked. I'm not joking, I've cried every day when I've been naked. When I'm in a shower, I've cried every day because I am so happy, and I honestly I feel like that I've not even exercised for 2 weeks and I feel the healthiest version of myself. Like, I feel so happy, I feel so confident, and I just cannot wait to see how the rest of this healing goes. So yeah, that's my little quick fire roundup. If you've got any comments, let me know below. The only thing I don't really want to disclose, I might do in the future. I mean, like, he is incredible, but I don't want to talk about the surgeon. And that's not because I'm gatekeeping or anything like that. Like, it's literally just an explant. Like, you can find so many incredible surgeons that do that. And that's what I've done. I've done my own research. It's because I've been botched. And I've been botched by people that I was recommending this guy on all the social medias. So, like, I just don't want to do that, you know? And I do, because I've spoke about my surgeon that I've had before, and I still get people to this day messaging me saying that they've had issues with it and stuff. And I just don't like that, you know? So that's the reasoning behind that. I might change my mind in the future, but yeah, at least give me a couple of months to see if I am still happy, you know?